Welcome to the Survivor to Thriver show with your happiness expert, Samia Bano. Do you feel stuck, silent, and stressed? Is something hurting your heart and soul? Are you burning yourself out? If so, you are in the right place because this is the podcast people from all over the world join in to learn exactly how to stop suffering and start living with inner peace and joy. Let's get started.
Hey, welcome back to the Survivor to Thriver show. Last episode, we were talking about why it is so critical for us to have diversity within our communities and our support teams. It is, in fact, something that is critical to our very survival. And certainly, it is critical to our ability to not just survive, but thrive. And of course, diversity, our experience of diversity and the existence of diversity is all about realizing, recognizing, and appreciating the differences that exist between us. The challenge with focusing on differences, though, is that our relationships, when we have healthy, happy, loving relationships, the glue that binds our relationships, the glue that actually also emerges in our emotional experiences, the feeling of love, is based in our sense of commonality, is based in our sense of what we share in common with one another. So the more you have in common with someone or something, or at least the more that you're aware of having in common with someone else or something else, the more you feel connected with that someone or something, the more you feel a sense of oneness with that someone or something, and the stronger your sense of oneness, the stronger your sense of love, right? So on the one hand, we need to appreciate differences and acknowledge them and even invite them and encourage them. And on the other hand, our relationships are grounded in our sense of oneness and similarity. It's like, okay, so maybe like sometimes because of that, we can find ourselves kind of challenged to create and maintain healthy, happy relationships within a diverse community or within a diverse context. So the good news is that there is actually a fairly simple solution to how we can create peace and harmony and have love that is grounded in our sense of similarity and oneness, and at the same time have an appreciation for differences that exist. And the solution is for us to focus on points of similarity that go much deeper, that are much more fundamental than any differences that may exist between us. So let me give you an example of what I mean. One of the most fundamental things that we have in common as humans is the existence of certain needs that we all share, universal fundamental human needs. For example, at a physical level, we all have a need to be able to eat healthy food or nutritious food, food that nourishes our body. We all have a need to be able to consume clean water, breathe clean air. Mentally, emotionally, we share many common needs. For example, we all have a need to experience peace. We all have a need to love and be loved. We all have a need to experience a certain level of power and control over our own wellness, our own well-being. We have needs to experience a sense of accomplishment, of meaning and purpose. Right? Basic, fundamental human needs. And regardless of any differences that exist among us, of race, of religion, of socioeconomic status, of sexual orientation, of what languages we might speak, or the foods we eat, or the way we dress, or what geography, we live in the middle of. These needs that we share with each other, they're much more fundamental than any of those differences. So when we want to create strong relationships that are strong, particularly in the context of not being threatened by the existence of differences at level that is more surface level. For example, the difference of, we speak different languages is more surface level. The thing that we share, that we have in common, that is sharing at a much deeper level, is the fact that we share the ability to have a language, that we share the ability to be able to think and articulate ourselves in certain ways that other animals don't, other creatures don't. As just one example, right, of how there's differences that exist, but we can find commonalities that are underlying those differences that go much deeper. And by focusing on those deeper points of commonality, particularly at those times when we begin to feel a sense of disconnect with the other, we can sort of bring ourselves back to a place of love and caring and empathy and compassion for each other, which allows us to commit and recommit to collaboration and figuring out win-win solutions, to helping each other out, supporting each other, rather than competing with each other. So this is just a very, very simple thing that we can practice in our everyday lives to deepen our sense of connection, our sense of oneness, our sense of love with everyone, and in fact, everything around us. And I want you to think about, where are you experiencing conflicts in your life, particularly conflicts that are set in the context of you feeling threatened by the existence of difference in opinion or perspectives or values with those around you. And then I want you to challenge yourself to find a deeper level of connection, of commonality. and focus on that deeper level of connection and commonality. And from that point of focus on your commonality, challenge yourself to shift your perspective, to look at your problem in a different way, and find the opportunity in the problem, the opportunity to learn, to grow, to deepen your love, your sense of connection, your sense of oneness even more, and figure out a win-win solution. And if this is something you find yourself struggling with, please don't continue to struggle with it on your own. Reach out for help and support. And you know that I'm one person you can reach out to. Just go to my website at www.academyofthriving.com. Click on the Contact Us page and you'll see how we can connect. So until next time, I wish you lots of peace and joy.